This is heading south on the east side of the street, the main street where the construction was. Showing the sidewalk mostly, and the stores, and the traffic flow, and the parking. I did one that I put up, I'm going to put up before this one, that you can look at and see how it was when the street, before the construction of the new street here, and the changing of the sidewalks, and how much better some things are and other things are worse. Okay, there's no parking along here. Even though that pickup is parked there illegally. See how nice and wide the sidewalk is? And they fixed a lot of the bad spots on the sidewalk. See, the traffic is moving good. The bicycle's on the bicycle path. As I say, I did the last video in 2023. Now this for a long time was very narrow right here, and they fixed it. They made it a lot wider. It was just that little part for a while. It looked like it was going to be too narrow. But the sidewalk's a lot smoother, there's a lot less places to catch your feet, trip. There's still some bad spots. They might fix up later on. But overall, it's very good. There's some clouds today. This is in March. Okay, here's Chapala. Man selling there. Now they can't sell on the sidewalk here. They're not supposed to anymore. They've stopped everybody from setting up on the sidewalk. Now here's some benches they left. They tore most of the benches out, but they left a couple right along here. Down below they've put new concrete ones in some places, and they haven't got them all in yet. Okay, I'm going to hustle along. Here's another bench they left. And this one coming up with the roof on it. See, all the stores are open. A lot of them. Here's one that's closed. That's a restaurant. See people sitting on the benches. There's a man with Chapala. He is. And they planted stuff in all the planters along here, a lot of them. And they're watering them, because it's not the rainy season. We're very dry here. The lake is down low. There's a man on the bicycle path. He's not on the sidewalk anymore. They used to ride on the sidewalk. Here's a bus picking up out in front of the bus station. And this eventually is probably going to be the taxi cab stand, but they're still not using them. Sign here in Spanish. I'll show it. I've never translated it, but there it is. You have a translator and you can read that and go ahead. For kids, that's the bus depot in there, bus station. And with a guitar. Now the taxi cabs have been parking along right here since the construction. The hot dog stand isn't here anymore. They can't be on the street, on the sidewalk I should say. These people can still put their stuff out that have stores here. They can still put their stuff out on the edge of the sidewalk. Now, I'll show you along as I go. Now this planter doesn't have any plants in it. And they've got a lot of places to water from. I'll show you some of the places to water. But look at how nice and wide the sidewalk is. And everybody thought it was going to be just terrible. They did narrow it up in some places a little bit, but they put those planters in. And now see, all the traffic is parked, all the cars are parked parallel. There's no more angle parking. And with an ice cream. Now here's a water spigot sticking up. They'll probably eventually fix that, put it in a underground thing. I'll show some of the underground things. Okay, all the stores are open. It's really nice along here. They didn't water these today. Most of the stores are watering the flowers out in the shrubbery out in front of their stores. Here's a man, but he's mobile, selling. He's selling sweet potatoes, but he moves around. He's kind of getting away with it. But he isn't a permanent stand set up. I'll show you in this next block some of the places where there's valves, spigots that they can put their hoses on to water. Now see, for the trees like this here, they put in a thing to fill up with water, to water the roots, to deep root water it. Yeah, deep water it. And now this thing right here, that is where there's a valve down in there that you can hook a hose onto. Spigot. And there's a lot of them in these next couple of blocks. Here's one right here. Actually, there's almost too many. And they haven't put the cover tops on these or quite finished them up yet. But look at how much nicer this sidewalk is. And I'll show you at the next intersection when we cross the street how much easier it is to walk. It's not as steep as it was. Now this last section right here, there's no benches. They haven't put them in yet. I don't know what they're going to do. But now this section, we're starting to see some concrete benches, and there's a lady sitting on the bench right here in front of the pizza restaurant. There's quite a few benches along right in here. Some places they have more than others. Where that orange thing was. Now there's no tree in this planter right here, but they'll probably eventually put a tree in it. And brand new motorcycles sitting there. They've got the street blocked off over there on one lane. I don't know what they're doing. They're doing something. There's still a little bit of touch-up construction going on. But the main part of it's done. And I figured I'd do this video before it was completely done. There's plenty of stuff. Now in the other video, I showed a place where they were getting ready to put in a new store, and I said I didn't know what it was going to be. It's a coffee shop, and it's called Black and White Coffee. Black and White Chapala. And here it is. That's new. It's been open for about 3 months now. Okay, here's a man with his dog, and I'll say hello. I'm walking a little bit slower than I was on the last one. This is going to be almost a 15-minute video. Here's some people got some water out for the dogs and cats and birds. Now these plants along here are a little dry, but they'll probably be watered tomorrow. They water them about every other day. Some places water every day. I'll show you some that have been watered today. These right along here haven't been watered today. And where I end this video, I'll show walking across the street. I didn't do it on that last block. I was more interested in the coffee shop. See, nice wide places to cross the street here in the middle of each block. Here's when they got the top off of it. And it's got a leak down in there, it's full of water. Now, these are a little damp, see? They've been watered. There's a place caving in right there. They'll probably look that over. The inspectors have to inspect it every once in a while. Decide what's wrong, what needs to be done. See, most of the stores are open. Some of them are closed, like this place here, this little counter. And see, this used to be cluttered up with people on the sidewalk here, selling stuff. The taco stand used to be in here. They were selling berries here, and they used to sell donuts at night here, and all kinds of things right in this area. Now there's nothing, and they can't sell here. Okay, now see how good this crossing is right here? That's the pedestrian crossing right there. And this is the pedestrian crossing here. This one's a little bit steeper. It's more or less how it was, but the other side they've redone it. They put a new sidewalk in here, and this is at the plaza. They put new lights up at the plaza. There's a new light right there. And all kinds of good things. Okay, this is showing back on the street on the construction. Showing back up the nice wide sidewalk and the bike path. Okay, and no angle parking anymore. Thank you very much for watching this video, and look back at the video I put up just before this that we'll have before the construction, before and after.